Because you're coming in as a Division agent to try and save what you can and rebuild, but you need to know there's something there to save. So having bits of happiness lets you know, like, it's still worth
everybody, we're actually live now. How's it going, everybody?
One shrine in particular became a beloved fan favorite.
Hi, welcome to DualShockers live stream react to Ubisoft Forward, the first in the Ubisoft stuff. Let me lower Ubisoft down just a little bit because they're just talking about ducks. With me today, of course, I have the man in charge, surviving every day that he possibly can when he wears a headband. Ricky Frech. How's it going, Ricky Frech?
What's up? Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. We're going to talk later about something, hopefully, at the stream, so I'm excited for that. Underneath him, of course, you have the man, the legend, the myth. He no longer works with us. His name is Michael, the beautiful boy, Ruiz.
I was looking up at him.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird because on my screen you're above me. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I am also above you on my screen too. So it's really confusing.
Well, if you ever watch any of our live streams, you know that you're stacked on top of each other. So,
I never watch them.
I knew it. I totally knew it. And a special guest of world renowned. You might be able to find him on his YouTube channel. You'll be able to definitely find him on his Twitter handle. You've heard me mention him in many videos in the DualShockers website, so thank you so much. His name is no other than Frank Villa Gomez. How's it going, Frank?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Talk about Ubisoft games.
That's right.
You should have just called him Frank. Like never say his last name. He's always just Frank.
Charm to it.
Yeah.
It's a weird long last name.
Yeah.
That
You know that guy Frank? Yeah. Frank from the DualShockers.
I tried to make him more human, you know, make him an actual adult.
Somewhat.
I
try to be something.
Trying to. Here, I'm trying to mess with your camera to make you better, because I know that you have a more zoomed in look. I'm trying to see if I could
I don't know how to change that.
how to unzoom yourself.
I feel like I've moved it out as far as it can go, and the camera itself is just bad. That's why I just want to yeet this camera every time I use it. I just want to get something new.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can
Just an FYI.
Yeah.
If a dog barks, I might have to leave for a moment.
That's fine.
Because okay, so fun story. This is a fun story. There's a random dog in the backyard right now.
It's just a random dog, not your dog.
Yeah, just a dog, not my dog, just a dog.
Okay.
There's a dog.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
Yeah.
No tags.
How did I get there?
No tags or anything. So this is interesting. And then the dog, and then my dog started barking at it wildly, which is why I was gone for a bit without saying anything.
I was wondering about that. Okay.
So yeah, now she's just here kind of whimpering because there's people upstairs.
Yeah.
And she's just whimpering. She's like, she might bark at some points. Yeah, so that's fun. I don't know what they're doing about the dog upstairs though, but I would assume they're figure it out, I guess.
I'm sure they will. Mike, you brought this up earlier. What are you drinking again?
Beer.
What kind of beer?
Dark beer.
Dark. Oh, great.
This live stream is brought to you by Dragon's Milk.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's called. By New Holland Brewing Company.
All right.
I think it's a special one. It's a bourbon barrel aged one with marshmallows.
Ooh, delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I am, of course, drinking the drink of all drinks, the drink of choice, the White Claw.
Oh,
Specifically
nice.
the natural lime, which I'm
Breaking the claw, breaking the claw.
Well, let me see that label while you open it. Oh yeah.
Which one you got? Ooh. Natural lime.
Oh yeah. Got it.
Got that natural lime. Basically tastes like a 7-Up.
Yeah. The mango one's pretty good.
Mango one? Yeah, they're pretty good things.
Yeah. My wife Amber likes the black, I think it's black cherry.
Black cherry. Black cherry is also very good. I have a backup raspberry just in case. If I need to get food. So we'll see how that goes.
What do you guys think? I mean, do you think everything that got leaked, do you think that's what they're going to show and then that's it?
What do you mean? I never noticed anything about anything being leaked.
That's fair.
Honestly, if I haven't seen any leaks yet, but if they announce a Splinter Cell, I'll cry on stream.
You'll be able to hold back those tears. I think.
You're safe.
If it's like every other year, probably.
Yeah. Every year you would expect it, it never comes.
I wonder if they'll show. They won't, but I wonder if they'll show Rainbow Six Quarantine. And I wonder also. I wonder also. No, keep it. It's great. It's
timely.
Yeah, it's timely. I wonder also if they'll show anything from Siege, like the next season of stuff.
I feel like that's something they'd show in this during the pre-show. But
yeah, definitely seems like a pre-show thing. But it is rumored, and I did an interview with the Siege people, and I asked them if they would bring like older, like any Ubisoft characters to the game. And I've asked this kind of a lot, and I've always kind of got the answer of no. But this time they're like, interesting question. And there's also been rumors about possibly, speaking of Splinter Cell, the next operator being like Splinter Cell, like a echelon person.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that'd be kind of like, just because it's Splinter Cell, that could be something that could get
Would that piss people off though? If it,
yeah, I was gonna say, can you show that and not have a new Splinter Cell game? I mean, you can, but
you can, and it's not like they're above that either, because they did that one time where they did they had that mobile game, and it had Sam Fisher in it.
right.
Yeah, I don't think they're above that. They've done. I don't know if that was at a Ubisoft event thing, but they've done like Sam Fisher in both Ghost Recon games too.
Yeah, that's a kick in the teeth. That's bad. It was just like, not once, but twice we were gonna put him in a Ghost Recon game, but no game for him.
So. I don't know. I thought that would be kind of cool. That would be kind of a cool reveal since it hasn't really been leaked. It's kind of been leaked, but not really.
They're gonna be a game changer.
I'm also looking forward to Starlink 2, featuring Fox McCloud and Bill once again. Well, Bill wasn't in the first one, but I'd like Bill to be in the second one.
This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear.
Oh, great! So I can play this game alone with people now.
Full costumes.
Great.
What is this game?
This is Breakpoint.
As your main character.
They're just talking about actually adding. So if you ever played Breakpoint by yourself and you didn't have any friends, you were literally by yourself. Yeah, you're by yourself the whole time. So now it looks like they're adding the squad at the beginning. Is what they said.
Okay.
Is it really that bad? Like,
I think it's fine. It's just that it's hard to find people.
Hard.
And if you don't have other dedicated people, it's like not fun.
I was finding it I was just playing Wildlands. I was finding it very difficult with the AI. They're just getting your way everywhere.
Yeah.
A specific location. And to open fire on nearby.
I just need people to be distraction points so that way they get fired at and I can shoot at the people who are not shooting at me.
Binoculars.
When you die in Breakpoint, do you just die, or do you get a chance to like get back?
When you die in the game, you die for real.
I just mean like because in Wildlands, you die, your AI teammates just like teleport to you and just like get you back up.
Jose Fernandez has a great point in the chat. He said they should put Rayman in Siege.
Rayman. Oh, fun fact. So I asked one time if Yves Guillemot was a Siege operator, which is he's like the big boy at Ubisoft. He's basically like I think he's the CEO. What would his operator ability be? And first they're like, did you say Eve? I'm like, yes. And then they start laughing. And they're like, he'd probably just have a big red button that just spawns rabbits everywhere.
Can you imagine for like an April Fool's Day? That'd be so good.
That would be hilarious. Well, they've done dumb stuff with rabbits in like serious games, like in For Honor. That'd be goofy.
Especially as you will be able to carry them to safety.
Because they have like seasonal modes and stuff like that kind of mess with that formula.
The seasonal modes are so good though.
They're fun. They usually kind of kind of go with like whoever's revealed, like the most recent kind of goes with their abilities. Like when the Kool-Aid Man got released, I forgot what his name is though, but he basically just smashes into walls.
I'm Grace from the Ghost Recon team.
They had like an all wood, like they made, I forgot what map they used, but it was like mostly all wooden and all breakable walls. And he was one of the operators you can use. So, and everybody had shotguns. It was crazy.
Quality of life updates and more. You will be able to try it all during our next free weekend from July 16th to July 20th. But that's not all. We've got one last thing to show you.
I forgot. I actually have
it.
Oh, look at the dog. It's a cameo from a dog.
Puppy.
This is my puppy, and her name is Isabel. She is the mayor of your town.
Right. Yeah, that's a pretty spot-on name. I'll give you that.
Am I shilling enough yet?
Are you shilling enough? Oh yeah, that's right. The hat for me 3. Alright, is this a pet stream? Hold on.
Yeah.
You got a pet? Oh no. Oh god. You were just ready to go.
She's been at my leg this whole time. That's why she's just like laying there. We got pets on screen now.
Yeah, my dog sits like a person sometimes, and she's sitting upright right now.
That's creepy. It's a very cute dog, which why it's creepy. Just staring into your soul as you watch the Ubisoft conference.
She's a good puppy, right?
I just want to see.
She's a good puppy.
What did
And now our very final video for this special is another episode of our wow moments comparing the craziest and coolest clips from you, our players.
Wow moments.
And
okay.
That was an actual game though. I just don't remember what it was called. It was like another Konami game, I think.
Was it a standalone game?
It was just a little, yeah, it had its own standalone game. It was based off of some kind of engine they had. But I just don't remember what it was called. It's up in my head.
Because I think, didn't Snake Eater have a special edition that had a skating mode? Or am I making that up?
It had Ape Escape.
Ape Escape, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Evolution skateboarding.
Yeah, there you go. Because the Konami's like Pro Evolution all that, I think. I don't know if it was Konami though, so.
It was Konami.
So there's a line that people want me to yell.
Dang, dude, they had Mark Appleyard in this game, and Colin McKay.
I'll freak out my neighbors. But
wait,
as you can see,
wait a second.
What? Ocean.
Is this? Oh, did you just discover a sleeper?
Yeah, the Evolution skateboarding engine was used in the bonus skateboarding mode included in the PlayStation 2 version of Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance.
Okay.
If the game is completed 100% with certain characters, the player can unlock hidden characters. You can play as Gerlokovich 2, Solid Snake.
Jesus.
Oh, Gerlokovich 2, okay.
Wait,
she playing with her feet?
Yep.
Yeah.
And her hands?
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's a wow moment.
Yeah, that's a good moment.
I don't know about the steep one, but that's a wow moment right there.
That was out of all the that one actually made us stop for a second and watch. So they got us on that one. Good job.
I was like, whoa.
Good job, Rocksmith.
Rocksmith's pretty cool though. I own it. So I have the cord somewhere, and I have the guitar.
I've only played the first, like whatever the original release was or whatever.
Yeah, I think I got the.
Shit, here we go. 5, 4.
Can you turn it up a little bit more?
Yep, I can. Here we go.
Live from New York. This is Ubisoft. Forward.
Ubisoft.
Explore our world. Meet the devs. See the games.
Show me that roller derby game again.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. Let's talk about these allegations.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Nadeed.
I know
that guy.
Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
PR lady.
I'm Yusuf, but there's no time to waste. So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic London and see what the hackers of Dead Six are getting into.
What?
Oh no!
A new Watch Dogs game.
We're doing Watch Dogs.
The illegal painting spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London.
I don't know if the embargo
not the
even
work
like,
of several people, as was originally believed, but the work of an individual.
I could talk about this game in 44 minutes.
Yes, we could. Hey, in 44 minutes, check back out the YouTube channel. There might be something there.
You guys could probably talk about it by the time this is over, I'm guessing.
Yeah. One potion.
Like by the time Ubisoft 4 will be over.
Oh, I thought that guy was in skates at first, and I was really excited.
Like,
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out because I was not a foreigner.
Have they showed gameplay for this yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Then they came for
There's
the
that big
protesters.
trailer where it was like you could be a bunch of people.
And I did not
I've
speak
seen
out
anyone.
gameplay, like, but behind like
because I was
closed
not a
doors.
protester.
So it's like I wonder what they've actually done.
Well, we'll see.
Oh shoot!
Then they
That man
came
almost
for the
died.
journalists. And I did not speak out because I was not a journalist.
This guy doesn't run ad blocker.
And then they came for street artists. And I did not speak out because I am not a street artist.
Who are you? Like I'm the Green Goblin.
This is very Spider-Man, isn't it?
Jesus.
Oh yeah. I can see that. It's kind of weird they're not just showing gameplay. Like, this is cool, but...
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me.
Not to say much, but
There would be no
to
one
me this
left to
doesn't
speak for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what either of you guys are talking about, but I'm sure
This is 100% Spider-Man. They're not even hiding at it.
Watch Dogs Spider-Verse.
Right! Oh! Nice! Where are we off to, sir?
I'll show you the way.
Okay. Sorry, miss. See? All right, so we're in a total mess now, so let's get the hell out of here.
And there's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked.
It's the pig guy.
Oh, I got that mask.
Well.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Welcome to
Yeah.
the Resistance. There's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents...
Why does his nose look weird?
I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, what?
Seems like a cool thing, but...
It is nose look
I'm
weird?
Clint Hawkins.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see in the open world. You profile people that are interesting to you, you help them with their problem, you play their origin mission.
Just help me get some closure and I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem. Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into your team. And then they become the heroes of the game and the stars of your story.
And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Please, think more underground.
You with Albion? I'm tickled, but think more underground. What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
And they make the story not only, unique to them, but unique to you as the player and personal to you because they're, heroes that you've chosen and invested in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Our London town.
Okay.
A modern metropolis. Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh my God.
Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong?
Albion?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion.
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
He stepped up to establish order.
So it has to be British.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
That'd actually be funnier.
He will stop at nothing to permanently control the city.
Looks
London
okay.
will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She looks awfully familiar.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
She looks like the dude
You
from
do
Fast
not
and
want to
Furious
ruffle
Live.
her feathers.
Oh,
With the
Did you say
city
him
out on
Tom?
its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
Is that guy have a knight's helmet on?
Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see
now that
walking
you
the
said that,
streets
Frank is gonna bother
can be
the shit.
recruited into your
Yeah,
team.
Terrible with names.
Her. Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret
Helen
weapon.
Mirren.
In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with
I don't know if
whoever
this is
you
green, but
like.
graphically don't look that
Got my eyes.
great.
Mikey! Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy. He can even call his own cargo drone. Perfect for gate crashing, when you're not invited. And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
Soidoid shitboard. Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert,
What have we here?
a real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy crawler.
I wonder if Cam will be able to play this game.
Let's class the place
I
up.
thought about that.
A drone expert
I
does have the
looking at
unique ability to summon their own drone.
Well, you heard
This
that.
little
She
darling is
hates
fast
spiders, but
and
she can even
stealthy.
play it.
That's true.
I'm reading incoming drones.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor. And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done. Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging. but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
Don't mind me, just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll probably wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
Uh-oh.
Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
That's good. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for
Hi,
his
Mickey.
team.
That put another hair on the chest.
Hi, Mickey.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
I love his character so much.
He's just the guy from Trainspotting that likes to fight hard. Maybe Ewan McGregor in this game?
He does have a slight drinking problem, though.
Oh, please tell me he died because
And he's passed out. Ah, well, we'll come back to him.
I know there's a character
You know
in
what?
this that has
Let's
like
go with someone a bit more professional.
60% chance to randomly have a heart attack on you and die.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
That's a legit trait.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Still got the tag on and everything.
Oh, John Wick, son.
You got me.
You said the professional, and I assume that's like
Back-
Leon the
backroom music?
professional or whatever.
Oh.
It sounds exactly like
Some might even call him an artist.
Like Shinsuke
Oh, this is.
Nakamura.
This is the club scene.
This is music from the nightclub fight.
It is something. He's moving like John Wick 2, which is cool.
Here's the bastard responsible. Done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone
So far,
in
we've already
London is a
had Kingsman,
legendary
and we've had
assassin or a
John
super
Wick in this
spy, but everyone can be a hero.
Underground street fights.
Oh.
So get out
Oh,
there,
what move was that?
find the best recruits,
I don't know.
and
Shoot,
build
start
your
pressing that guy?
resistance. It's time to take back London.
I'm with Mike where I do feel there's like a graphic, like...
Yeah, I'm getting a little...
But other than that, I think
Plunging the
game
player
itself-
into a living, breathing
cool.
city,
Yeah, it looks really
teeming
fun.
with unique locales and characters, has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes into building those worlds? Here's Amanda Mutt to tell us more.
My
And they're
name's
spending a lot of
Amanda
time on Watch Dogs.
I'm a level artist on Watch
They
Dogs
are.
Legion at Ubisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and
Me and
choose
Frech
what
actually
little
met people that
details
worked on
we
this
want to
game,
depict,
at E3
and
last
we
year.
get ample
They were very
opportunities
excited to be on
to
this project.
tell the stories that we
That
want to
was
tell in
here?
the spaces that we're assigned
That
to.
was
I feel like
last
it's
year.
been so long.
I have
Should
the
I grab the
capacity to
map?
hide things
Go ahead.
and, you know,
Yeah,
like
the
small
map's
little
fine.
Easter eggs.
Here,
Go for it. Work for the rest of the
In
stream.
AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats. And then it happened again
Why?
in Watch Dogs 2. And there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity.
It's just that or King.
I was fortunate
yeah,
enough
what?
to go to E3 last year. Some
Why?
of the people that I was
So you see
showing our
this
demo to
building that
were from
everyone's
London.
watching
So
TV
no
on?
matter
Me
where
and
I
Frank
dropped
were
them in the city,
outside,
they'd go, "Oh my
and
god,
we
this feels
couldn't
like
get in.
Camden. This, you know, this
It
feels
was
like Suffolk.
great.
This feels like Westminster." When people are talking about,
I wonder if you can ride
some
the Ferris
detail
wheel.
that I've put into the
I
world,
hope
and
so.
they're
I really
excited
hope so.
about it. Like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds
Yeah, I
these
want that
worlds
statue.
with care. I love it.
That's dope.
That's good. Ah, bro.
Oh, here we
Oh
go.
my god,
There we
more
go.
WWE
And now some
content.
news for Brawlhalla fans. In just a few weeks,
Come on, IRS, please.
with your favorite legends on iOS and Android.
Boogeyman, please.
Boogeyman.
I want a
Yoink.
full-on, Godfather, Good Father pack.
Watch it. Freaking Splinter Cell, man.
2.
Here he is.
Sam Fisher.
Now we're gonna charge it.
iOS and Android.
You can play as Hellboy in this game too?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He's awesome. Oh, this is that Watchdog.
You could play as Xavier.
Oh, the mask.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the creepiest thing ever to have under your bed.
Yeah, the Adventure Time people.
Oh, my shows your camera's off for me. Hold on, let me see if I can fix it.
I can see
there
it
you
on
go.
my end.
Oh, you're good. Now, can you go ahead and... Oh, fuck, what happened? No.
And now, whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy
I
franchises,
just have this under my bed, so if someone finds
covered.
that, it's gonna be the awkwardest talk ever.
Might and Magic. Great.
Oh, man?
No, for some reason the cameras are not showing.
You're welcome.
Wait, there's an ad in the middle of this?
What is this game?
What is this?
What did he review?
Might and Magic.
Who was writing that?
It's Elite. That's all I know. What do you do?
Oh, Might and Magic's an old thing.
Yeah.
For a while.
Era of Chaos. Dude, that is an old ass model.
I'm with you on this one. What is it? What's the game though? Like it was just CGI. Like do I have to download to find out?
Hell yeah! This is that other Mario game.
This looks like those are Siege people.
Yeah.
Is this Siege Mobile?
Wait,
Well, no,
that's
This is that game with all the other Tom Clancy guys.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, because that's Caviar or whatever you call her name.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a C person. I'm sorry, that's a
El Sueño. They just showed El Sueño from Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Division people.
That's Montaigne.
is down. Request air support.
Tom
Target northeast
Clancy
rooftop.
Fortnite.
Roger. Inbound, danger close.
I need an EMP deployed now.
EMP
Yep, Sam Fisher.
That's Sam Fisher.
Stop it, Ubisoft.
Don't tease him.
Yeah, that dude's from Wild.
Get back in your
El
cell.
Sueño.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Is this like a MOBA?
Hey, take this.
Yeah,
Don't
let's give
make
the
me
drug
regret
cartel kingpin a gun.
Is this finally out?
Elite Squad.
So elite, dude.
Oh shit, you get a
Pre-register
gun.
now.
Look at that 1911 render. Ooh.
Speaking of Tom Clancy, it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community has never been stronger. In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft Montreal has put together a special video to thank all of the amazing players and developers that have helped Siege become the game it is today.
Siege!
A game that I hated that I
shooter.
like so much more now.
The best shooter.
Is that what it used to look like?
In December 2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege,
Damn, look at the Xbox original.
a game built on a strong vision, creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Pour le joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
Working on Siege.
I got it! I got it!
This is such a special moment, and being at 1-year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever,
Mike,
and
how
more
many
players today
times
than
you
we
got to
had
go
in
to
the
these?
past. It means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
3 or 4 times. They're fun.
Health
Yeah,
that
I've gone to
touches
the
upon subject
Invitational.
like matchmaking, connectivity, all those aspects are absolutely critical to
Twice?
the experience of the player.
Or no, I've gone to the
Through it
Invitational
all,
once.
We're always driven
Went to
by
the Raleigh
you,
Major.
our community, and together we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life.
I was
for
supposed to go
quite
to
some time.
Japan one time, but I did not go.
Look at this.
Oh, remember that mode?
It was really fun, honestly. It was one of my favorite modes ever. It's like gunfight, but in
Tous
Rainbow
les
Six
succès,
Siege.
c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre qu'il est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe de développement.
Now 60 million players strong, we're just getting started.
Yeah, they want to add like up to 100
From the
operators
devs that
or
build the
something like
game
that to this.
to the community
Wow.
that plays it.
How many are there?
There's like 50
Thank
right
you.
now.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
like League of Legends.
Yeah, that I think that they have like a 10-year plan, I think, for this game. So
Do they have like
It's coming-
bans and stuff? Oh,
If
sorry.
you haven't tried it yet,
They have
dive
what?
into our new
Do they have like
Operation
bans
Steel
for
Wave update
characters, like
available
banning
now.
out characters?
Take Ace and
yeah, they
Malusi
do.
out for a
Yeah,
spin.
they have a whole banning system and
A
stuff
few
like that
days
now
ago,
in ranked.
we introduced
I've
y'all
never
to a brand new
played Siege,
multiplayer
so-
shooter. Now,
I don't really
it's
play
time to
much of
venture
it
into
like
the hyperscape.
super competitively or anything, but yeah, they have all that now. It's crazy. Really good. Hyperscape. I've played this game.
I've also played this game.
I have not played this game. I will be playing it very, very soon.
Wait, what was that? A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our future started to come
2
true.
years of our
We
time.
made some good decisions.
Wow, great.
We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions. So, here we are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities.
It's like Ready Player One.
But the people
Ready
in
Player
prison
2.
Ready Player
changed
2.
everything.
Neo Arcadia.
They gave everyone a way out. The hyperscape. In the hyperscape, the biggest draw by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
So is this just a battle royale?
Yes. As far as I know.
If you get good at Crown Rush,
Huh.
it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world.
I think they have like other modes.
That's what I was gonna say, because
The heart of hyperscape,
why would you call it Hyperscape
and we have to find it.
if it was
Yeah,
just a
'cause
battle royale?
They definitely
Some of us
mentioned,
are searching for a
beginning,
way
like,
up.
Crown Rush is like the
Some
most
of us
popular
for a
one.
way out.
Yeah.
And for
Like I know they
others,
had a different
a
mode
new way
during
all
the
together.
technical test.
That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the hyperscape.
Obviously, when it's first announced, I was very skeptical on it because, I thought it was just going to be another one of those.
I'm JC, creative director on
I
Hyperscape.
was like, they could
JC's
expand
work
this
on
world
Far
a
Cry
little
Primal and
Yeah.
multiple Prince of
It's
Persia
pretty
titles
cool.
has
I like
established
it.
him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me, what's exciting is we started building it from scratch. Seeing it grow, adding ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the Hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker.
So that's what he looks like.
One of the companies there, they are launching what's called the hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the
this really does seem a lot like Ready Player One.
Takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcade.
Yeah, and they're like, this real world is bad, but we have VR that's really good.
Then we also introduce.
I can't wait to find the stacked
you get
mobile
the
homes.
opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful.
As they call it.
You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items, but also more players.
Limelight,
so it's a risk-reward kind of deal.
I can't wait for them to go into the actual temple
that you can pick up on the
like
fly
they
to
did in
adapt your
Ready Player
tactics.
One.
With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself. You can wrap
Say what
yourself
you will
into a
about Ready
wall
Player
and bounce
One.
around the
That was a
battlefield.
great moment.
So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with.
I would like to.
It's not a bad book. I mean, it's not great,
it's
but
made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote, and viewers will be able to decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity, infinite ammo, or stuff like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that is happening. So for me, it's really exciting because right now, as we speak, we're launching the open beta, and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide. And I really want to thank all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
I did it, guys. I finished my first White Claw.
Nice.
Crack open that raspberry. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch and learn how it's done.
The game was really. I played 2 matches.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent.
Showtime.
I like the look of it.
Yeah, I like looking at
Oh, yeah.
the fast-paced nature of it. That's mine.
I like to think of it like, remember the game Blink?
Let's show them what I'm made.
Kind of like if Blink had a VR.
Why
not
does
VR,
that
VR.
game get mentioned all the time?
Because it's good.
Because Blink was cool. It's just very badly managed.
Watch closely.
See, like I like games with like cool Titanfall-like movement, but like very hyper exaggerated.
Shout out to the TV show Upload, which is like this as well. So watch that show as well. And by that I mean not at all, but VR.
I heard that show's good.
It's really good.
Free 30-tier battle pass.
Let's go.
Yay.
We can finally say there's an open beta.
Gave our artists and developers incredible
Yeah.
freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Anna Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
Ubisoft.
My name is Anna Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand
all
what
the
their motivations
Hyperscape
are,
lore.
what drives them, what challenges
How
them.
will I be able to watch this?
This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy
So are there
the tattoos that were put
are there
on
set
them?
characters, or do
Would
you
they
create your own
actually
character?
Like
Set
to
characters.
be in this body.
Do they have abilities?
Each
No.
season, we plan
No.
to
Do they-
produce
do they
new
not?
outfits for these characters. So
You
we're hoping
get
some
the
of our players
abilities
are gonna
as you
see
play,
the effort
so
and maybe even
you get
correlate
2
some
guns,
of the
and then there's
Oh,
2
you're
attacks.
right. Yeah. Because there's like the little
We're
like
very
tier
excited to
system
see
of
it in
like the
people's
weapons
hands.
that has like the
and they,
abilities
I
on the
think
floor.
you could,
Yeah.
they stack up to 4 to upgrade.
Okay.
As we move
So everybody
into the
kinda
next
starts with a
generation of
blank slate.
gaming,
It's pretty
Ubisoft
good.
has been working
Yeah.
closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these
Yeah, 'cause
new
they had
consoles
one that
will
was just
offer.
like
Now
I thought it
we
was
have
the
a
ability
special
of the
guest to tell
person,
us
but
a
it's
little
like
more.
they you die, but you get to run away for a
Phil
little
Spencer
bit
from Xbox.
before you fully die.
With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best
co-hosted
version
with
of the
Monster?
game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, You'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds, setting a new bar that continues to drive our industry forward. I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
All right.
Actual
we know you've been
gameplay?
waiting to hear more about this game since it was announced back in April. And now...
So for us to have
It
this
says right here, the
opportunity to
stream
tell
you're viewing
kind of
currently
the
has reduced
real
video
story
or
about
audio
Vikings
quality.
and kind
This may
of
be
separate
due to
ourselves
network
from the
conditions.
myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did to really experience one. And then leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep, full of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the feeling we want players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, you know, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game. They will have to leave Norway to settle in England because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your clan prosper. Vikings were brutal warriors.
Shields!
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings. We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on.
I don't know.
Please enjoy.
Yeah, usually it's the bottom. They cut off their fingers, don't they?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah,
They usually go from here.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England. You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal, to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle. Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the
So
heart
it's like
of your
Brotherhood,
settlement is
but
the
like
Alliance map,
expanded.
It will serve as a record of the Allies.
Seems like they've never
and a
had
guide
base
for
building
future
again, have they?
opportunities.
No, they had like
The Viking Age was a time
kinda
of
like in
warriors and
4,
legends.
right? Where you had
I think
the
they had.
house.
They had.
Oh,
You'll
you're
find the
right.
largest
Yeah.
variety
I
of
swear they
enemies
had something
ever
where like
assembled
you
in
build
an
up your
Assassin's
base
Creed
or
game.
build up your villa or something like that.
Yeah, they did in Brotherhood, but I don't know if they've had it. But yeah, I think they had that little town in Black
Some will
Flag,
coordinate with their
but it
allies
wasn't
for
very
special
deep.
attacks, while others will use
Not at all.
nearby objects
No.
to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors. To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand. Take the fight to your foes with a host of brutal new combat abilities. Snare them with the Viking harpoon.
Oh, that's cool.
Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance, or finish them off. Dual wield any 2 weapons you wish to unleash a deadly
Dual wield
combination
shields.
of
Dual
attacks.
shields.
That's awesome.
Customize your fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like this combat.
It doesn't look
All
very
combinations
stealthy.
of weapons are
Doesn't
available.
No,
look very
Dual
Assassin's
that's true.
Creed.
including 2
Yeah, I was
shields.
about to say that too. It's like, okay, where's the stealth now?
There's the dual shields.
Hopefully, yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
It's like a plow.
Snow plowing.
All
I
situations
will, be
call
a,
for violence.
I will be a dual
In this
shields
new
main.
land, a Viking must find a way to adapt.
This will be
As
most likely how
Eivor
I
is not welcome in
eventually play
England,
this game.
you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes, an unseen hunter among the people.
That lady just picked her nose and
From
ate her
capital
food.
cities and villages to the dense
When you're
forests
hungry,
and
you're
rolling
hungry.
hills
Yeah,
of
for real.
England. Exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure.
Oh no, not fishing.
Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify
That's
your
a big wolf.
Looks like Dark Souls, dude. This is a Dark Souls wolf.
Search pagan temples
Doesn't
and
the
Roman
Dark
ruins
Souls
for
wolf
new
hold a
activities
sword
and
though with
challenges
its mouth?
to strengthen yourself.
It's like super giant.
Just like the Pokemon.
Well, you know the
The more
legend's
you
got to come from
explore,
somewhere, right?
The more of England's secrets you will reveal.
I mean, this looks rad. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I am
But as you
That's
push
stealth
deeper
technique,
into
that's
England,
sad.
the enemy will push back. In a series of climactic
Are we
moments,
there yet?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will
We
feature
were.
massive
In terms of
assaults
embarking
in which
time.
you will lead Eivor's
Oh no,
army into
5
battle
minutes.
All right, cool.
against
5 minutes. I'll
heavily
tell you about
guarded
this.
Saxon fortresses.
Oh, what was that?
Well, doesn't this?
Tell you in 5 minutes.
I mean, I'm sure it's after UB Forward is when you can talk about it.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed
This seems
Valhalla
really
will
short.
transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's pagan
Ah, that
roots.
frame rate, very
It will
good.
challenge and surprise. Thank you, With
Everything looks
unforgettable
good. Good
characters,
frame rate to me right
thrilling
now.
triumphs,
After
Third
playing
one.
Deadly
tragic
Premonition.
losses.
Oh, sure.
Giving you the chance to your own Viking
It's all good
saga.
now.
Whoa.
That Mortal Kombat Extra.
More gameplay at the post show. Okay, I think that's rad. That looks cool.
It's 2 hatchets.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like there wasn't very much
9th
stealth.
century England is truly unlike
Yeah, that
was a little
anything the
sad.
franchise has
There's
seen
like almost none.
Hardly any.
I will say,
So you can put your hood on and nobody can see you.
I will say,
On
stay
Xbox
tuned to
One,
DualShockers.com
PlayStation
where we
5,
talk about sales.
Xbox One,
Okay.
PS4, PC, and Stadia.
We're close to wrapping up today, but before we go, our
Really?
CEO,
One
Yves
more
Guillemot,
thing.
is here to share a few words.
Yves Guillemot.
Oh, come on. Rayman 2.
I hope you will
boy.
have enjoyed
Remake.
what you have seen today and that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our
Just
teams for
Dance
delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even
What?
more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show,
Another one?
we have one more thing to share with you.
Mario's Kingdom Battle 2.
Skull and Bones. Starring Giancarlo Esposito.
I'm looking for Michael Mandow.
Oh, gee. Who saw this one coming?
Gee, I don't know. 2 days ago?
I'm surprised. Shakira.
Oh, is that the Shakira? I don't know her last name.
I feel like if it was the Shakira, they wouldn't even put her last name.
Just Shakira.
She doesn't have
Just
one.
Shakira. It's like Prince, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't show up in anything anymore, but sorry.
Too soon, man.
Like Madonna.
Is this like the beginning cinematic of the game?
Very James Bond.
Looks like a, I was about to say, it looks like a James Bond trailer.
It does, yeah.
Or intro.
Libtards.
I mean, it says Libertad, but okay.
Jeez. I'm not gonna lie, I read the same thing at first. I was just like, what?
No, I had that joke built into me because I saw the still images online. Someone had it written over art. I was like, Libtard?
Far Cry.
We did it, boys. Far Cry 6.
Wow.
Wow.
What a surprise.
Oh,
I can't believe they showed that.
I know. And no gameplay?
That's for the second one. Oh, what?
Boss.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at the eyebrow.
It's beautiful, amigo. Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Name's Diego.
Is it?
His name is
From
Diego,
Dora.
but he doesn't.
He has the same like eyebrow cut as Voss, doesn't he?
No, he does. People have
It has
speculated
four
on
basic
that.
parts.
It doesn't mean he doesn't
The
just
shell,
change his name to Voss.
which contains the explosive.
Well, that's a good point, yeah.
The fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
Pull it.
Do it.
What is the definition of insanity? My father.
Breathe.
Wonder how I got these scars.
Simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me.
Give me the pin back, Dad.
Now.
Throw it at your dad.
I am El Presidente, which means that someday you will be El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong.
Look at that stogie, dude.
They will answer you with screams, call you evil, a monster, and give you this. So you tell me, are you evil? Are you a monster?
Not yet.
Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people. And you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. Do you understand now? Bullet.
This game's not political in the slightest.
No way.
18, 21. Neither was Watch Dogs Legion at all.
Oh no, no political.
Neither is The Division ever.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward.
First.
Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance in Watch Dogs Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
I thought that was binging with Babish for a second. I was just like, wait, hold on, what are you doing here?
It's so brutal.
First time I was like,
Hey
am I
everyone,
watching our
welcome to the
video?
Ubisoft Forward post show. My name is
Okay,
Yusuf.
this is the post show.
This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
go ahead and pause
We're gonna.
So that was Ubisoft Forward, guys. We saw some things.
We did it.
I'm gonna mute this. Real quick, what are your general thoughts? I am surprised that literally everything that was leaked is there. There's nothing new, sadly.
I don't know what you're talking about. We saw Might and Magic, and also we saw the Tom Clancy mobile game with Sam Fisher in it. Sam
Yes, we
Fisher's
saw that
safe.
again.
Sam Fisher exists now. We can all
He
go
got
home.
represented, I guess.
Yeah, we can all go home now.
Yes, we can all go.
I don't know. I thought it was all right. You know, kind of sucks that like everything got leaked beforehand. Like that's kind of shitty, but I don't know. I liked what I saw. I mean, Watch Dogs looks pretty cool, and Assassin's Creed looked pretty cool. Looked all neat. But there's nothing out there that's like sticking out to me. Like Far Cry 6 looks great, but I didn't really like Far Cry 5, to be honest.
I didn't even play it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. And
Far Cry 5 is just not a great game.
So I'm like not super excited.
What?
What's
wrong?
I thought I left.
Oh, no, you're good.
But
Your
yeah,
out-of-body experience.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm not like super excited for another Far Cry because the last one I just am kind of burnt on, I guess. So
gotcha.
But everything
There's
else
so many of them.
was pretty decent though. Everything else looked pretty good. I like Ubisoft games, so everything kind of fits into the stuff that I like. So
Frank, this is one of your first ones ever doing this. What was your thoughts of any of the stuff that you got to see?
I'll be real. It just doesn't. I mean, nothing here felt like it needed a conference to put out. You know what I mean? Like anything here could have just been like a random YouTube video or something like that. There's nothing really like big other than the Far Cry 6 reveal. But again, that was already leaked, so it's just if your whole conference was just to show off Far Cry 6. I guess that was okay, but everything else could have just been like a video just put on YouTube for a little bit instead of just like one congealed like conference. It's kind of weird that they announced that there's going to be another conference like Xbox did, but I don't know. It was the games were really cool though. I mean, Watch Dogs looks great. Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks awesome. Far Cry 6, we'll see when they eventually show some gameplay, but it was pretty decent.
Okay. Primarily, what I'm really happy that Ricky was able to do this was because, in secret, to most people, he's actually played Watch Dogs Legion. I got to do the video for the preview, which is out now, by the way. If you're watching this after, if you want more stuff, definitely check out that preview where you hear Ricky talk about nannies or nuns or what? Or I'm sorry, what was it? Grannies.
Talk
about grannies.
Yeah.
So that's
oh
fun.
my gosh.
Ricky, can you talk about your time actually playing Watch Dogs as we're watching a guy do a fucking hurricane on a guy?
Yeah, so I played for like 4 hours. And I know another guy on our site, Ben, he played as well. And he actually did find a granny and was able to recruit him to our side, which I was unsuccessful in doing. But like we got to play, we did like the intro and then like 4 or 5 missions, and then could just kind of do whatever you wanted in the open world. And it, like at first, I was like, this is just more Watch Dogs 2, because the gameplay feels very, very similar, which is not a bad thing. Like I played Watch Dogs 2 for, I don't know, 60 hours, so I liked it a lot. I don't know if my demoist was just being nice or whatever, but he said that I was really good at it, so that felt good. But then once it started to open up and it lets you start to see some of the abilities some of the people could have, like even the abilities they showed in the video, I didn't see any of those. I saw a bunch of different ones. Like there was a dude that he was a beekeeper.
That's my favorite one. There's a solo video of just that because I thought that was fun.
Yeah, he's a beekeeper, and you recruit him to your side, and then he has a gun where he can shoot like weaponized bees at your enemies, which is pretty rad.
Amazing.
Yeah. So if they
say you like jazz?
Jazz? No.
Do they say you like jazz?
I wish. But no, like, and then there's ones that are a lot, I guess, basic. So they showed the Albion one, which I guess I did get that, a lady like that, where she can basically, if you get someone that fits that area, you can just walk around in there freely as long as you're not doing anything, too bad. So as long as you're not sprinting or like shooting people, you can just walk around the area pretty free. But yeah, there's a bunch of weird ones that seem pretty cool, and I'm hoping, because like I didn't see the construction worker that has the nail gun, which looked hilarious, and I don't know what she can do, but I'm hoping it's something cool. But yeah, I think it's going to open up a lot of different options that maybe you wouldn't have had if you just were playing a normal person. But I'm excited to see like what all kind of different crazy stuff they can think up, because the beekeeper really like made me start thinking like they could do some wild stuff with this if they want to. So yeah.
It seemed interesting that it seems like there are moments, especially like during the Albion like section where you're the Albion person in this presentation, where it looks like you could get cutscenes or story moments that maybe you couldn't get if you went a certain way. I don't know if that's a thing or not though.
So I played that mission, and I can't speak to that, I guess, because I played as an Albion person, so I just kind of walked through there like she did. But I mean, I would assume that mission,
because I would assume if you go in as like the construction worker and everybody's like trying to fight you and stuff, you wouldn't see people I would assume you wouldn't have seen people at a table or something.
So yeah, so they say, and hopefully I can say this, I don't know why I wouldn't be able to, but they say at the very start of that mission, they're like, if you get noticed, because they basically make you go get an Albion person. They're like, if you go get noticed, he's gonna leave. So I don't know how you get through there if you weren't an Albion person, because it's not like Assassin's Creed where you can like parkour outside and climb up the building through the window. So I don't know how that mission would go if you didn't.
You probably would fail.
Yeah.
Well, it probably just fails.
Well, that seems weird, especially since like I feel like they were presenting it in a way where it's like you could go balls out crazy, or you can kind of go stealthily into something. And if you can't really do that, I don't know. It just felt like there were like different ways you can go about story missions. Stuff like that. There
are for some of the other missions I did, but for that one specifically they showed, I don't know how you could do it differently. Because there's a mission where you have to get inside someone's house, and like this guy that they're showing right now where he's flying on a drone, that was one way you could get in. There's like a person that can hack a lift, so they can raise you up in the air on a lift.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's like super minor, but there were multiple options to get inside the house that way. But this story mission that where you're going inside that building to listen to the Albion guy. I really don't know how you could keep going. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe for the demo they just like kind of guided us through that way. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it looks pretty rad. I think that's like one of the out of everything that they showed. I think that was kind of the one that I was most excited for. I think Assassin's Creed looks really cool too. But yeah, everything was kind of just okay. Yes, kind of expected.
I'm really excited. Oh, go ahead.
Too. So, I liked Hyperscape a lot, so
I really want to check out that Assassin's Creed because I don't know, I get kind of bored of all the stealth at this point. So having it be the combat be so brutal now, and being able to dual wield shields, I cannot wait.
It looks like
to snowplow people. That's all I want to do right now.
Before,
it's like it's embracing the Dark Souls in it.
100% from what I saw. So Logan Moore is not here. He's actually the one that previewed the Assassin's Creed Valhalla stuff. From his gameplay that I've watched and from his preview that I edited together, he very, very much is in the Dark Souls way of thinking and the way of combat, which of course that's Logan's bread and butter right there. So he's very happy about that. He did emphasize that there are moments where the Hidden Blade is back. You can absolutely stealth through areas. There's actually a section in the video that you can see you can stealth through like lower level people and instantly kill them as long as you're stealthy. That game looks beautiful from just the onset. Definitely feels the most outer worldly out of the three that came out recently with like Origins and with Odyssey. So I'm very interested to see people's perception on this one because there are, depending on how they get away with it, like Norse things, right? People, creatures, big ass dogs. So all that will be in the preview. Again, as well, after this video, we're releasing both the Watch Dogs and the AC Legion. The AC Valhalla video are out right now. You should be able to watch it on this exact YouTube channel. Was there any final thoughts before I think we wrap it up?
I could think of, yeah.
I think it's interesting that there's going to be a second UB Forward.
Yeah, I'm interested to see there because what are the things that are left that we know about that are announced, which are basically that quarantine game?
Gods and Monsters.
I mean, there's Gods and Monsters. There's Rainbow Six Quarantine. There's Skull and Bones, which hasn't been seen in
Beyond Good
years.
and Evil.
Yeah, there's Beyond Good and Evil too.
Yeah.
There's definitely stuff. There's definitely stuff to look at. I'm sure they'll have another Division. Maybe, I don't know. That game seems to do super well for them. Honestly,
I wouldn't.
They just came. I know they came out with an expansion soon, but like maybe not like the next UB for it, but I could see like another Division coming in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of if there's anything else that I can remember that they've announced.
Well, like if it hits in September or even October, they'll have Far Cry 6 gameplay because that's coming out in February, right? Next year.
Yeah, that's coming out February next year.
I mean, supposedly.
Yeah. Starlink 2. It's gonna totally happen. What's the snowboarding game again?
Steep.
Steep 3. They actually did. I believe Steep did like pretty well for them, if I'm remembering correctly. But
was there a sequel?
At least there's
or is this just Steep 1?
I think it's
just Steep 1. They've had a ton of content for it though.
Yeah,
I just wish they would do that. I want something new.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Gods and Monsters is new.
Gods and Monsters is new. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so fatigued by like Far Cry and
that open world formula.
I mean,
yeah.
I would like some new UB art games. Like
I
mean, there's Rayman obviously,
like
but stuff like Child of Light and stuff like that uses that engine.
Valiant Hearts.
Valorant Hearts was another one. Those games are great, especially Child of Light. I love Child of Light. I think that game is amazing.
Yeah, it's very good.
Like, maybe not a second one of that, but something that uses that engine, because I think that engine is beautiful. I think it has some of like the best visuals, even though it's not like crazy realistic or something like that, but it's got that storybook feel and look. And that would be cool to see another game use that, because it's such an awesome engine that like functions very properly. It always seems like those games run super well and stuff. Like those Rayman platformers that came out, like Legends and Origins, are awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
And I'm surprised they haven't made another one of those because I think they're super great. But yeah, that's really all. Like it's just interesting that they're gonna have more of these. That they're going that direction of like this isn't just the first one because I didn't know this was just like a series.
I've actually heard that before. So, that they do more than this.
So yeah, I wonder when that'll be. They said next month.
I don't think they said. I think they just said.
They just said,
looking
there's
forward
another
to
one
it.
at some point. Yeah.
At some point in the future. This year, they said. I think that was about it.
Yeah.
Look at that big.
Yeah, it's definitely very weird though. If I could just say, like, because it's weird watching these companies kind of react to a post like no E3, like not having that one day or one weekend platform to announce all your stuff and then kind of not do much for the rest of the year, and to instead just kind of spread it out throughout the year. It's actually pretty fascinating watching these companies just like figure out like, okay, do we announce this here or do we announce this later on in the year now instead of just let's crunch it for June.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has been very like, in a way, underwhelming just because you come into E3 stuff like all super hyped and stuff, and a lot of these presentations, I think, besides the PS5 one, have been kind of underwhelming. And I think that comes down to expectations. Like that's not necessarily a company's fault or something like that. I mean, it comes down to the expectation of, this is E3 time, and we usually get giant announcements during this time of the year, and we've gotten a few, but it doesn't feel the same, which is kind of weird. And it just feels off. Because I kind of miss it now. Like, where I like having worked a couple E3s, like it gets stressful or whatever because there's a lot to cover and you're working constantly. But I think it's fun in a way too because you're seeing all this stuff. You're seeing all this new stuff that's really exciting, and it gets you like really excited for video games. And when you have a bunch of presentations that are kind of things that you already know, or in this case that already got leaked, and like you kind of know what you're getting with a new Assassin's Creed, with a new Watch Dogs, the new Far Cry, you kind of already know that, and not getting really all that new stuff that you're looking for, like I think it gets kind of underwhelming. Like I said, like except for the PlayStation 5 thing where there are some pretty hype announcements and really cool looking new stuff too. So I don't know. It's interesting for sure. I miss E3, which is something that I thought I would have never said. So
that PS5 conference was like the closest thing to like an E3-esque anything that we've gotten this year.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people really dug that thing, because it was very much like, oh, we finally saw the console. We've got a bunch of these awesome, really cool looking games, cool announcements and stuff like that. And I feel like with like EA's thing, EA Play.
Oh my gosh.
Or
so
even
bad.
This Ubisoft Forward I think was better than EA Play. I think really for this one in particular, like it got hurt by everything getting leaked too. There are some cool announcements. I still think it's a bit underwhelming, but I still think they were cool announcements. It was great to see new gameplay from Legion and Assassin's Creed, but it's stuff that we already knew. So it's whatever. At this point, I just want to play those games now. I forgot what else we've seen, but like all those, like, I don't know, like some of the indie dev stuff. There's some cool stuff that comes out of it, but sometimes they're pretty underwhelming too. It's like the PlayStation 5 one has been like really the only one. I think the next time we see something like that will be like the Xbox One later this. Is that next week?
I was looking at our
July
document, and I couldn't. It's not on here.
The 22nd or the 28th or something like that. I can't remember which day. Like that, I think is the next time we'll get like really cool next gen.
Yeah.
Really exciting announcements. Because even like the Cyberpunk thing was like super underwhelming. It's just like, check out our detective mode. Like, oh great, wonderful! I can't wait to you do this thing that looks very tedious. But yeah, it's just an like you said, Frank. It's really interesting to see how these companies have kind of adapted to, the coronavirus stuff and everything that's been going on in the world and all that. So, I don't know. It's weird for sure.
Yeah,
it definitely feels off.
Yeah, but I think it might end up being good in the long run. Like once they get it under their belt, kind of like Nintendo's done, where now their directs are usually super
Fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
So now, like, these people are doing it for the first time. So if, I don't know, if E3 is not a thing, maybe next year, then
Just a
at
week
least
of
they got some
videos.
practice,
Yeah.
I know E3's
And-
scheduled already for next year, but
Yeah, they are.
I could. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know when that thing might end.
No, yeah, that's-
well,
yeah.
at least end in the traditional sense, because
Yeah.
it's already kind of strayed away from what it used to be. And I'm not one of those people that complain about it being like a fan event now, because I know that's some people aren't like the most happy about that or whatever. Like, that's fine. It's just more like the direction of it, and making it more of a fan event might mean that you don't get to see some of like outwardly see some of like the more interesting announcements that would come from it.
Yeah.
Some of the more behind closed doors stuff, like
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah,
fans won't, like people who are fans of it, like they don't really get to see that stuff, which is why people go to E3, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. Because when me and Mario went, it's a very different. Like, coming from the outside, not being like in the industry, it's a very deceptive way that they market it to when you actually get there.
Yeah.
Because it's very you would think it's like a big fan event, but you go there and it's like a lot of it. You're only seeing about 40% of it, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's just that big show floor, and then half of that's even like blocked off to most people. Like, you couldn't even go to the Devolver thing and play Devolver games.
I think at this point, like how those, like, I don't know, when those documents or whatever, Excel sheets or whatever.
Oh, well, they
PowerPoints.
leaked,
The PowerPoints.
Your information? Yes.
Yeah. Well, not my information. I didn't go to that E3, luckily. But
Sorry,
when
Logan.
when those PowerPoints came up about like how they were going with that direction, it feels like it would be more of a fan event stuff, which is great for people who want to go to that stuff. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a whole different conversation from UB.
Oh yeah.
And on that, let's wrap
Yeah.
up. So, thank you so much for the people in the chat that have been talking with us while we watch this show. Thank you so much for watching on the YouTube, as you will be seeing the rest of this as it lives forever now. Thank you to my cast of criminals that have joined me on my journey here. Yes, my beautiful.
How dare you?
Beautiful
Yeah,
criminals.
survivor. Ricky.
Yeah, we have a survivor. We have a guy who kidnapped a cat and a dog. With me, of course, Ricky, if you can just tell everyone where they can find you on the internet.
At Ricky Frech, and also just on DualShockers. There's a lot of articles up there.
Again, he has a preview. It's on our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
It's a collaboration
Yeah.
of geniuses. Watch that video. It's 3 minutes of beautiful.
Collaboration of geniuses.
That's right. As a joke, I was like, because you didn't find any footage of grandmas, so I basically,
Oh my God.
so basically, I was like, all right, I'm gonna Google grandmas, and I Googled the grandma from Happy Gilmore, thinking I'm gonna find a good image of Happy Gilmore. I find her, I click the image, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, that's Miss Tremblay from Twin Peaks. So I used that image. Mike, can you tell where we're going to find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at the Michael Ruiz. I don't work for DualShockers anymore, so you won't find me
So
there.
sad.
Well, I will have. I'll have a few things. Like, I'll probably appear on videos and stuff. But I do have a cool thing that I am very excited for, that I've been wanting to do for like basically since I started DualShockers. I kind of did a thing that's very exciting for me, and is very much a me thing. So hopefully that'll be up next week. And I think I have one more review I'm scheduled for, and then I am gone, quote unquote gone.
I'll push you for you to
DualShockers.
also do Tony Hawk.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so you can find some of my stuff at DualShockers as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Frank, my friend, my brother from another mother, expound yourself. Who are you, and where can they find you on the internet?
I don't really do much, at least at the current moment, because I'm still fixing everything to make it look good. I stream sometimes at Twitch at Venom Unfit Snake. My Twitter is the same thing, at Venom Unfit Snake. If you want to hear some shitty takes on video
it's
games.
Frank V, isn't it?
What was it again? Sorry.
Frank V is your Twitter?
No, it should be Venom Unfit Snake.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Like you're the unfit Venom Snake?
So it used to be Unfit Snake, because that's what Xbox gave me. And then I was just like,
What?
You know what would be cool? I played Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm gonna do Venom Unfit Snake when I go on PC. So now it's Venom Unfit Snake.
That's right. That's good. Yeah, at Twitter, you're Frank GV23.
Okay, so I'm Frank GV23. I've had so many Twitters. I've deleted them so many times. But I am there if you wanna hear some random thoughts about games and stuff like that. I throw on there every now and again.
That's right. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Where can they find you, Mario?
Oh, man,
Yeah.
I'm here all the time. If you're at DualShockers.com YouTube.com/DualShockers, you'll find me here every week making videos, editing videos, being on camera, being a goof. I'm also on Twitter at Twitter.com/ThatMario Rivera. I'm trying to do a Twitch thing. I'm trying to figure that out. We got Frank, by the way. Me and Frank actually used to co-stream for Resident Evil 5. We're in the middle of that game.
Yeah,
we have to finish.
We're still like
what a
pretty
game.
in there.
Yeah.
So, dude, we should totally do Resident Evil 5 soon, and then we should do 6 again.
No, I'm not
No, you
doing
don't
6.
want
I'm skipping
to.
right past 6. Nope. No, you can play with Mike.
We can play Revelations. I haven't got through
Revelations
Revelations 2 all the way.
Me too. Okay, we can play Revelations, but I am going to be working on 7 because I have never played 7. I've watched you play 7. So we're going to go and do that. Again, thank you so much for joining us here at the Ubisoft Forward live stream. We'll be back doing this actually for the Xbox when Xbox has their big event later this month. So please tune in and check for that. And again, thank you so much for being here. Y'all have been lovely. I'm going to say goodbye now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later, everybody.